3, 2, 1, go.
Hello everyone, I'm Ritzblues, and this game contains flashing lights. Do be warned about that. This game is a very weird game. Totally original intro here. Hot lore here. There was a man, started parrying popular songs. People loved him. He was a very talented musician, but not everyone loved him. Years later, at home in Linwood, sometime during this decade, while the man was watching Jeopardy with his hamster Harvey, he started wondering why the living room got so cold. That's a very weird perspective, but we are getting sucked into space by some kind of a spaceship. Oh no. And so somewhere out in space, there are different planets, one of which looks kind of like a peanut. Our story begins. Weird Al versus Radioactive Hamsters. So this is a game made by Adam K, or Adam Dymick. He made it this year. You can find it on itch and several other places for free. I do recommend it. There are flashing lights warnings, and a few backgrounds are kind of stripy like this. But we'll go ahead and, out of the 99,999 games, I think we're going to play the one about Weird Al Yankovic. So we'll go ahead and get started here in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, first we have to name our character. Let's go A-L. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll call him Al. So I'm going to be skipping a lot of the dialogue, although there will be a couple of moments where I might pause just because it's funny. So enjoy the lovely sounds that this game has. We wake up in a strange place wearing only our underwear, and we talk to the ghost of Dr. Demento, who slaps us in the face to let us know that this is very real. And we are now in space on our captor's spaceship. So Weird Al versus Radioactive Hamsters, for the most part, is a platformer, but there are a few other kinds of bits and bobs that'll be shown off during the game. For the most part, though, we're going to be collecting as many lucky autograph glow-in-the-dark snorkels as we can, and just sort of trying to make our way to the goal ring, the onion ring, at the end of the stage. Which, once we have passed the stage, it looks like this. Level passed.
Before we get started, are you comfortable? Can I get you anything?
I get it. Alright, well, underwear is fine and all, but let's get suited up. Much better. Well, even though we're suited up, we still have to deal with a giant swarm of angry radioactive hamsters, who apparently are not a fan of Al's music. So a lot of the music in this game is stylized MIDIs of various songs that Al has performed or parodied. So do enjoy them. Unfortunately, some of the levels are fairly short, so you're not going to necessarily hear the full length of the songs. But there are a lot of different levels, a lot of different songs. It's pretty good speed there. Our rank is determined based on how much damage we take, how quickly we finish a level, how many snorkels we pick up on the way. The rank doesn't matter in a speedrun, obviously. We finally find an escape pod and launch out of the back of the ship. And we're drifting through space until we find a nearby planet. So as we go through this unskippable part of a cutscene, chat, go ahead and put in chat if you have any favorite Weird Al Yankovic songs. Anyone at all. So we've landed on the Unreal planet, definitely not made in the Unreal Engine with, default assets or anything like that. Certainly not. So we have crash landed on this strange alien planet. we are going to try and see if we can find somebody to help us out since we've been kidnapped. These strange platforms, they look kind of like dried leaves and cigars at the same time. Almost done with the first stage here. Very good. Little tight platforming to go from here. Not quite skipping that last platform. There we go. Level passed. So as we wander around on this unreal planet, we find Hireman, who was caught in a bear trap, but thankfully we set him free. He says we can have his ship and get off this planet, but unfortunately it has been captured by a slime creature from outer space. Oh, there was a fun little glitch for a second there. I was actually in the floor, and when you jump while you're in the floor, you get stuck further in the floor. It's great. So here we have our first boss. It's really challenging. Yep, that's the first boss. I don't know what's up with his thumbs, if those are like eyeballs or bandages or what, but kind of a weird looking creature. Oh, we took a hit. I do not know why Al looks like he's getting scanned when he takes a hit, but that's just how it looks. Another level passed. Well, we managed to defeat the slime creature from outer space, so now we can take Hireman's ship and go out into space and see if we can find what happened to the rest of our bandmates and see if everybody's okay. While waiting in the ship, Dr. Demento jump scares us and tells us that we can find one of our band members on planet 40 U62, or planet 62, I believe. So this is a UHF reference planet. Speaking of references, here's Stanley Spadowski. He wants to know if we want to drink from the fire hose. Open wide. And we're dead. At least we get the room next to the noisy ice machine. Alright, this time, in all seriousness, we'll skip Stanley. But it's a lovely little reference to UHF. And there's actually a bunch of different kind of UHF and Weird Al references in the background of some of these songs. Obviously, we've got a green laser sword wielding alien creature and a pacifist wielding a Nerf gun. Oh, good, we got the cycle. Excellent. Ooh, we got shot. That's okay. There we go. Almost done. So that is stage 1 of Planet 62. Planet 62 is a fairly lengthy planet. And we'll have a few other songs. I believe the next stage
Let's change the subject.
is a little dark and spooky. It's okay. Don't worry about the platforms. They are dinosaur proof. We unfortunately are not dinosaur proof. I'll have to wait for that cycle. Go away, Yoda. I'm sorry, legally distinct green alien with laser sword. Alright, let's see how the cycle is on this. This is the longest elevator in the game. So we just kind of have to wait around a little bit here no matter what. I think even if I had made that first set of platforms without being stopped by dinosaurs, I'd still be stuck here waiting. It's that long. The worst part about this platform is that you only really have to ride it in the speed run for like maybe 5 seconds or so, and you get up to the top and you're ready to jump off, but it goes super duper high in the level before it turns around to come back down. I mean, this is as far as we need to take it, and it keeps going for ages. All right, I'm gonna grab that platform. There we go. Lovely little Alapalooza reference there. And now we wait for the second worst platform. Any minute now. And hopefully the dinosaur moves out of our way and we can climb up. Cool. So that's it for kind of the worst of the auto-scroller bits. We still have a few dinos to avoid, but nothing too bad. Getting real trolly with the dinos in this level. I don't know if they're RNG or not. I haven't really, like, determined whether or not that's the case. It feels like they're on a global, but I could be wrong. I think we are just about done. Yes. Cool. So, level passed. Third level here. Yeah, I actually do like the music in this game. I just wish that I could, like, independently adjust the volume of it versus the sound. I think we're going to take it a little safe here. Good, because it disappeared. So, yeah, we have Jed Clampett's oil here that we have to jump across. At this part of the level, we are going to do a death warp. If I can get this elevator to show up. We need to grab a little something, because further up in the level, there is a polite yet forceful fellow in a white suit with lovely track shoes, who says life is like a box of chocolates, and will not let us through. I'm trying to remember his name, though. But he won't let us through without his box of chocolates, so we had to go get these box of chocolates. Can't remember for the life of me. What is his name? Please? Good. Oh, yeah, Jungle. Yeah. Jungle Gump. That was the guy. We got his chocolate. There we go. Let's see if we can make the cycle on this. Cool. That was a good level, because if you miss that, the checkpoint's pretty far back. Very tight oil cycles. Alright. We're in the dark, and oh no, scary chainsaw maniac with a hatchet. So we get to fight the homicidal maniac, complete with his lovely theme music. I don't know why everything's on fire or how we wound up on a campground, but here we are. The annoying thing about the homicidal maniac is his hatchet can hurt you when it's above his head, so you have to kind of time your jump in such a way that you land on his head, and the hatchet isn't up there, and you have to deal with iframes being a different timing than a full hatchet cycle, so it's really tricky to get that. And on top of all that, he can do that. Just whatever he wants, he just turns around. So you got to be, like, very cautious with it. And if you take damage, you can no longer hurt him until your iframes are gone. And that was a pretty okay homicidal maniac fight. Ah! It was a radioactive hamster the whole time! Well, we managed to defeat the hamster. Oh, it turns out we've found our friend Bermuda. He just sort of casually walked up to us after we defeated the homicidal maniac. Thanks for helping us out there, buddy. All right, well, Dr. Dementos managed to track down another of our band members, and this one is located on Polka Planet. So we have a couple of lovely polka-themed levels here, complete with Scotty Brothers logo cat. In case you're wondering what the cat is. A little secret path down here for an invincibility item that we'll be using later. Say hello to the people that Weird Al liked but are no longer with us. Prince, Michael Jackson, and Kurt Cobain. Rest in peace, gentlemen. Alright, and we whip out our handy-dandy invincibility accordion here so that we no longer have to worry about Yoko Ono singing her lungs out at the end of the stage there. Lovely. So we passed another level, and we are confronted with our old friend from UHF, Raul, who has the TV show about animals. Flashing lights warning. I have to make Raul happy. I'm going to shoot the screen. It's going to make the screen flash. You have been warned. Also, they're just tranquilizers, you know. Yeah, there's too many flying badgers, and Raul wants us to take out the flying badgers. It's fine. They're only sleeping. If we don't get enough badgers, Raul will not be happy, and he will shoot us with a shotgun. But this is a speed run. He will not do that. Alright, see you later, Raul. Anyway, back to looking for our band members on Polka Planet. This is a fairly lengthy level, so you get to enjoy, I believe it's Polka Mania is his latest polka, and is the polka for this, this level, so do enjoy. I will try my best not to sing along. The cycles on this level are a little annoying. Some of them are kind of nice, some of them are not so much. Almost made that cycle. That's okay. Alright. Another long shaft to climb up. Managed to catch a good cycle on this one. Excellent, excellent. Very, very good timing. Should not have got off here. Oh well. Took a good time and threw it away. Can I make that? No, I can't. I have to write it back down. All the way down. Between the first shaft and the second shaft, this like left side elevator looks exactly the same, and so I get a little confused each time I play this level. So, unfortunately, one more cycle. I have to wait for this elevator and then catch it on the other side. Ooh, it's not going to be a good cycle for that either. Rats. We need this one, unfortunately. Alright, we can make this one. Very good. Last one. And then we get to do another death warp. Yay! So we're going to grab our checkpoint, and then we're going to go take some damage. And then we're going to go take some more damage. And then we're not going to take any more damage. I'm going to wait for that spike cycle just to be safe. So Very long spike cycle, but dying now is bad. There we go. Oh, we got the important item here. Oh, we just missed the death warp. Oh well, we'll get the second option. This one. Alright, so we got some hair product here. It'll come in handy in just a couple moments. Well, hey, it's Coolio. And hey, it's Coolio. With hair product. There you go. You got to hear a little bit of every song on the latest polka that Weird Al created earlier this year. He released it. Polka Mania. Go check it out. Or it might have been last year. Gosh, I don't know. It took him 10 years, though, to come out with it. We're in a dark area, and we get ambushed by Eminem. Eminem has challenged us to an epic rap battle. Friday Night Funkin' style. Enjoy the rap polka battle. Now you may be wondering, this doesn't seem so hard. Well, I'm going to give you an idea of just how bad it is if you make a mistake. Here's what a mistake sounds like. So you're not allowed to hit the arrows except when there are arrows. So you can't just like spam the keys. That will punish you pretty severely for that. I just love that Dr. Demento's just chilling on the speaker. Almost done. One more verse. And we're done. Hooray. Level passed. So we managed to defeat Eminem. He still won't help us. Thankfully, Triumph the Comedy Dog, Insult Comedy Dog, has come to help us. And we have found Ruben, another of our band members. It turns out, though, that Schwartz was really in a robot. Oh, no! I thought it was strange that he just sort of walked up to us while Ruben was tied up. Turns out it wasn't Schwartz after all. We crash land on Santa's planet. What a lovely little planet. Cute little snowmen and little bunnies and really annoying pits with walruses in them. I'm going to try not to die in these levels, but... also, in this game, the ice physics affects the air as well as the platforms. So even if you jump up, you're still sliding. It's great. And we'll take it safe here. If you do it just right, you can skip one. And unfortunately, I messed up on the second one. Hubris. That's the latest possible time to mess up, too. It's great. Alright, we're going to take it safe for the rest of the level now. I don't want to be stuck here for too long. There we go. And one more. We did it. Yeah, there's a lot of lovely songs in this game, Deg. A lot of good songs. I'm tempted to sing along, but I really shouldn't. It turns out, though, Santa went real crazy, and he decided that he's going to drop a nuke on the North Pole, or on his planet, or wherever we are. So now we have a nuke attached to our HUD for some reason. So we got to be really careful and try and get out of here as fast as we can before the nuke goes off. Enjoy our lovely icy air here. Very slippery air. Very good. We got a walrus skip. Hooray. We did it. 30 seconds to spare. But how are we going to get away from this bomb? Another level passed. Oh hey, it's Schwartz, the real Schwartz. And apparently he has a bunker. Totally not stock footage. So what actually happened to you, Schwartz? Well, it turns out that he also got kidnapped, just like us, by those weird space hamsters. He was held hostage, and they made a robot out of him as a trap for us. Somehow he hits a lever, falls out of the back of the ship, doesn't die in the cold vacuum of space, survives the crash landing with no ship on Santa's planet, and is woken up by elves. But they were so kind, they asked him to become an elf. And so now he lives and plays with the elves, works with the elves, feeds the reindeer, does dark rituals, cleans the sleigh, lives in a little cabin with 3 glow-in-the-dark snorkels outside. Until one fateful day. When we crash land. The elves have a story to tell too. But 2 story times is too much, Al says, so he cuts them off. Oh yeah, we're on Santa's planet after a nuke. Oh my goodness, what happened to all the cute little woodland creatures? Well, I guess we'll wander around and view all the new mutations on Christmas Day? It's not New Year's Day. I love the bacon trees in the back. Very pretty. Yeah, the lovely cryptids just sort of chilling out and... Yeah, definitely don't want to bounce on them this time. There we go, we healed up with a Twinkie Wiener sandwich. Much better. Level complete. I hope you enjoyed Christmas at Ground Zero. Alright, it's time to take the fight to the big man himself. We've had enough of his pushing us around. So we finally confront Santa, and he does not like our confrontation, so he gets in his weaponized sleigh, starts dropping bombs. Enjoy the sounds. Audio balancing is a fine and delicate art, folks. So if I do this right, I can 2-cycle this fight, but it's very tight. So far, so good. We have a god pixel on the far side, and by pixel I mean like several of them. However, he will bomb this side on the 3rd wave. But luckily we're not going to give him a 3rd wave. Oh no, no, we took a hit, that's bad! Maybe? Maybe? No, we have a 3rd wave! Oh, I blew it. Oh well. The safe spot's on the left side for round 3. He'll bomb the right side if you go. Actually, he doesn't bomb it. On the 3rd round, he goes down over there. So there we go. Almost got the quick kill, but still managed to finish the level. Santa decides he's going to amend his ways, but the elves have had enough, and they take him away, and we have no idea what happened to him. Alright, but we've rescued Schwartz for real this time. This little hub world that we're in, by the way, does play music, when I start the level before you listen to it, it plays headline news, which doesn't actually appear on any of Al's full albums. It's only available on Greatest Hits Volume 2. I hope you like parallax scrolling, because this is really something. We have arrived on Big Edna's Burger Planet, and we're trying to find the remaining members of our band. Man, these buses are lit. At least, I think that's where they're going. I'm not sure. Oh, is that like a spike on the car? I didn't see it. It's a little hard to tell sometimes. Alright, level complete. Level pass. Alright, so it's evening on Big Edna's Burger Planet. But unfortunately, we're stopped by a roadblock that costs a toll booth that costs $5.82. Shoutouts to anybody who knows what that's from. So unfortunately, we're going to have to work for Big Edna tonight and earn $5.82. Huh. What an interesting place we're working in. It's got buttons. It's got cameras. I'm glad that the TV's on. At least we can watch. I'm assuming this is UHF Money for Nothing Beverly Hillbillies?
I love Like a Surgeon. That was a classic. I love Fat. Another classic. I love Dare to Be Stupid. Lots of good
What a fun-looking little fellow.
Amish Paradise. Yeah, lots of good tracks.
Yeah, I really wish we could skip this part, but I've never, you know,
Lots of good songs.
you just kind of have to sit through it.
Topic. Gotta train you for night shift. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done night shift. Mainly just because
It's nice to have the lights on, though, you know? I don't know why the lights keep turning off.
also, it just really didn't work for my sleep schedule very well. Like, I'm a night person for sure, but like, when I'm staying up that late every single night, it kind of gets to you. Like, I don't like waking up at noon and the sun is already out and it's just beaming through your window, and it just feels depressing. Like, it's already warm. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
You know,
Where'd he
it's a
go?
hot state, so, are we in space? Like, maybe it's not so hot of a state. I don't know.
Oh, he just moved to the next area.
Anyway, training. So, yeah, I mentioned the killer animatronic. He has a name. I don't remember his name. I try not to think too much about nighttime, which is when you gotta think about animatronics. Well, really, I should know for daytime, too. When people ask. I don't know. I'm not very good at my job. Don't tell Big Edna that, though, because she'll kill me. She'll fire me. Actually, maybe that'd be better. Anyway, right, so you got the cameras in the middle. You'll see a button. It's sort of like an upside down triangle. Click that, and it'll bring up this little screen where you've got a map and you got all these
Oh, hey, it says press E to skip the call. Let's try that.
all these cams.
What? The skip button doesn't work.
That you can look at. Let's see, cam 1A at the top. Then 2, 4, 2A, 1A. Whatever. You can look at it, all these cameras, and you can just click on them and switch between them. You can see you at the bottom. Basically, you don't want the scary animatronic guy to get to you. Because if he gets to you, I hate to break it to you, but he will try to kill you, and he'll likely succeed.
Spooky.
Because I don't mean
So, the first time I played this,
to you, Weird Al, but
I wasn't killed by our animatronic friend here, Big Edna's Burger Planet. Whatever his name is.
pretty shrimpy. I don't think you can take him.
And so I started speedrunning this game, and I realized, oh, he probably just can't kill you. So I stopped messing with the doors. Boy, was I surprised the first time I found out that he totally, absolutely can kill you.
Click that, then it will show a light. If he's there, you're going to want to close the door,
There he is.
Power.
So he's on our left.
Very limited power. I've been complaining to management about it for a long time.
Oh, he didn't move.
For some reason,
He could have moved, but he didn't move. I'm pretty sure his movement patterns are random, and that sometimes he can try to move into our room and kill us, but if we have the doors shut, we're fine.
doors open.
It's actually possible to, like, it's not possible to run out of power. So you could just close the doors and enjoy the meme.
Gameplay reasons or to make things harder on you. It's that way. I don't know. But
Yes, Happy Coco, this part is a horror level.
time really
Luckily, we will be done with it in about 10 seconds. We only have to survive one night because we only need to earn $5.82, which we did. Hooray. So Edna pays us, and then we deposit our toll and leave. So back to our quest to find other members of the band. We continue to explore Big Edna's Burger Planet. And in this food-themed level, we have a long path to fall down and then start at the very, very, very bottom of this level. This is a fairly lengthy level. The stuff that's in that kind of yellow pool that's like shimmering back and forth, I've been told, I asked the developer, he said that it is sauerkraut. And if you're a fan of Weird Al, you know why that is sauerkraut. Alright, so unfortunately there's a lot of platform cycles in the mid part of this level, and there's just not much we can do about it. So we got these two here, and I can make these cycles, but unfortunately even if I did, that elevator's out of cycle until it comes back, so we've got a little time here. It's better to take them safe than miss. So... turns out, if you hold the space bar down, every frame that you are on the ground, Al will attempt to jump. So it's really good if you need to spam jumps. Definitely not oil, that's, you know, totally like cola from a soda. Not a reused asset from an earlier level. Al does need to hold his breath in water or other liquids. The original release of this game, if you drowned, alright game, those spikes were out for way too long. If you drowned, the timer wouldn't reset when you spawn back on dry land, and it would not reset the timer until you go back underwater and then surface one more time. It's quite a bug. But this version is that bug is patched, thankfully. Fairly. Uh-oh. Oh no! Took our last hit of damage there. We got hit with a giant wall of sauerkraut. That is very unfortunate. It's actually never happened to me before. I got stuck on that little ledge there. Unfortunate, but at least we got the checkpoint, so that takes a lot of the pain out of this level. Because that first checkpoint takes a long time to get to. Now, I normally play a lot of bad games on my channel or for marathons. I wouldn't consider this a bad game. It's, you know, it's an indie game and it has some flaws, but I wouldn't call it a bad game. And one of the things that I think is a trademark of like a definite must-have in certain bad games, like will automatically put it under bad game, is bad checkpoints or no checkpoints, especially no checkpoints. This game does a good job with checkpoints. There's usually only one per level, but it's all you really need. Ow, spikes. Alright, we made it past the giant tidal wave of sauerkraut to the goal ring. I'm not sure why all the levels have just sort of a black background right before the goal ring towards the, like, later half of the game. I don't know if they're trying to, like, emulate Mario 3 or something, but, like... Anyway, it's the obvious indicator that it's the end there. Alright, so we found some radioactive hamsters on Big Edna's Burger Planet and confront them, and they sick their crony Fat Man on us. If any of you are fans of the Weird Al TV show, you know who Fat Man is. I was not a fan of the show before playing this game. I still haven't watched it, but I do need to go back and watch it. I watched it a little bit growing up, but it wasn't like something I went out of my way to see. But yeah, we have to defeat Fat Man with these cabbages by kicking them up at his face. But again, he has long iframes, so you have to kind of like time it a specific way. And last one. Very good. Alright, so we go falling from the sky. An unskippable cutscene. Crash land on the remains of the Fat Man bot. And we find Chemo and Steve. And Al decides he's going to take the escape pod from their ship and go take the fight to the hamsters on a planet near Mars. And he leaves the rest of his bandmates behind, making sure they're safe. So this is sort of a stealth level. Also, shout-outs to Dog Eat Dog, the best song ever. And a lovely song for this level. But this level is a kind of stealth level of sorts. In the top right, you can see I have an exclamation mark that represents my stealthiness that will occasionally pop up or down if I go through either vision of radioactive hamsters or cameras. Yep. Cool. Oh god! Oh, I went right into it. I didn't see it until the last second. So unfortunately, if you get caught by the cameras, you have to start the entire level over, and they don't care if you got the checkpoint, which I think is dumb. Unfortunate. If I had just pressed on, I would have been fine. The camera was facing the correct direction to not get caught. Ooh, that was close. Got caught. Oh, focus, focus. Try it again. I do like seeing Mars kind of floating in the background through the giant hamster ball on the outside of this planet. Oh, barely. So if you jump at the right angle, you can actually pass through and get a reduced amount of detection on those cameras and cut through it there. It's very risky, but we did make it. All right, so we've successfully infiltrated the hamster metropolis on the planet near Mars. But it's time to grab a disguise. Unfortunately, we grabbed a disguise of a hamster chef, and it's lunchtime, so we've got to make good on our disguise here. Make food. So they want ice cream, Twinkies, and mustard on their sandwiches. This one does, at least. And Twinkies. Not a bad order. So the first order is always the same, and then the rest of them are random. Ice cream, anchovies, and jelly. So we have to run to each of these little stations, grab some bread, put stuff on the bread. Sardines, waffles, nacho cheese. Sounds like delicious dishes for radioactive hamsters to eat. Waffles, mustard, sardines. Fish are always the slowest ingredient, and most dishes have fish. Waffles, mustard, sardines. Oh, I forget waffles? I did forget waffles. There you go. Here you go, buddy. Ice cream, nacho cheese. Thank you. Nice and easy. Mustard, anchovies, Twinkie. Delightful. Jelly and sardines. We did it. Level passed. Hooray. Oh hey, it's our pal Harvey. Everybody sing along. Oh, Harvey, Harvey, Harvey the Wonder Hamster. He doesn't bite and he doesn't squeal. He just runs around on his hamster wheel. Harvey, Harvey, Harvey the Wonder Hamster. Hey, Harvey. And now we play Hamstermon. And if I just mash the enter key as fast as humanly possible, sometimes I attack before the Hamster King attacks us back. Sometimes. Also, sometimes he blocks us. And that's annoying, because it does very little damage. And sometimes he heals. Come on, one more hit. Let us hit you. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. We win. Whew. I feel bad for people who have to mash in video games because that's ridiculous. Alright. So we defeated the evil Hamster King. Hooray! But he decides that he's going to burn everything and send his armies to Earth to destroy Earth, including a giant, I don't know what that is, robot. Cat? Hamster? Oh no! We got Monty Python squished by it. Well, it was a fun run while it lasted, folks. But looks like we got the bad ending. But wait. Younger Owl tells us not to give up yet. So we have a very trippy, I don't even know where we are, race through Owl's psyche while jumping over Oreos? I don't know what these are. But we have to race Younger Owl to self-realize or actualize, or I don't know, ex machina ourselves. And realize that we had the power within the whole time. I don't think I've ever lost that run, so I don't know what happens if you lose. Be kind of funny if you did. I don't know, I'll have to check it out sometime. But yes, it turns out the power is within us. And so, we become... Super Owl! We rescue our friends, but we have to go take the fight to space because Earth is in danger. So, fans of a certain blue quill-covered mammal video game franchise might recognize the general concept of these last few levels where we are avoiding meatballs in space and collecting lucky autographed glow-in-the-dark snorkels in order to stay alive while flying through space. Definitely not ripping anything off here. Meatballs cost 10 health, and we slowly bleed out little bits of health over time. But mostly as long as I grab a few snorkels here or there and I avoid the meatballs, I mean asteroids, we should be fine. Oops, so enjoy the music. This first level is pretty straightforward. We just sort of chill for a minute, like a literal minute. We did it. Wow, we super passed that level. We are very rapidly approaching the end here. There's only 2 more levels left, and I am fairly ahead of pace. So now that we have caught up with the hamster army flying through space, or the hamster fleet, I should say, we're gonna go use their weapons against them and trick them into shooting each other when trying to shoot me. So we have to get these sort of tracking shots lined up with different hamster ships, get them to shoot each other a few times until this happens. I have to destroy 2 of them. Enjoy the music. So just a little more dodging here. Thankfully they give a ton of snorkels here, and that's the second to last stage. We have 1 more stage to go. It's the final boss, and it goes in 3 parts. So it's a fairly lengthy fight. It does kind of remind me of one of the fights from Mischief Makers a little bit, where you like dodge missiles and send missiles back and stuff. So we have to fight Hamster the Destroyer with our lovely MIDI mix of Nature Trail to Hell. Enjoy the music. We have to wait for a little while. This first phase, we're just sort of catching up to the Hamster Destroyer bot, keeping our health up while looking for an opportunity to close the gap and deal damage. Here we are. So, phase 1, we'll have to hit him a couple more times. So, the more important thing than grabbing all the snorkels is making sure that we don't get hit by any of the missiles, really. It's not the worst thing to hit a missile, but it is 10 seconds off of our health. And phase 2, in 1 more hit. Last hit for phase 1. So moving on to phase 2, now we go vertical. This is that part that really reminds me of Mischief Makers. It's just so fun. Dodging missiles and then like sending them back eventually. So yeah, we're dodging missiles in front. We can't go too close to him because he'll hurt us if we touch him. And then every once in a while he'll send a homing missile at us that we dodge and then hits him. And 1 more, and then we move on to phase 3. Phase 3 is the hardest phase, and most likely that I may die here. We'll see. If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be in this phase. So we need to be like lining up shots while dodging these meatballs here. Each meatball counts as 10 health, so I'm now down to 20. So the last 2 hits, we have to hit them ourselves, just body them here. And we've got 1 more hit here, and time will be when I get the level passed and start the final cutscene. So, and that's our last hit. And this is like probably about a 5-minute PB for me. So it's a really, really solid run in spite of some of the cycle misses that we had and deaths we had in a couple levels. Time 53:23. A very solid run. I'll show a little bit more before I step off for here, but you know, there's a little outro cutscene and there's an ending bit here, but there's a really fun thing that I like to show in the hub world, which is the spaceship that we kind of skip because we immediately jump into levels in the speed run. I can't skip this cutscene, but we'll get there. So, lovely little homages to a bunch of different video games in this. If you're interested in this at all, it's free, available on itch.io and several other places. So give it a try. It's a lot of fun. I don't have a speedrun page set up for it or anything like that because I just play it as kind of a hobby. But let's jump back in the ship here and I'll show you one last little thing. All right, so on our ship, we have level select here. We've got our band members Ruben and Chemo and Steve and Steve and Steve. All right, well, that's it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the run, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it back, and I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the marathon. Let's keep it going, see how far we can get this marathon running. Thank you very much for having me. If you liked what you saw, feel free to check out my Twitch stream on twitch.tv/Ritzblues. I don't stream very often, but when I do, it's weird stuff like this. So, thanks again, and I'll go ahead and hand it back.